Hey guys, so I just wanted to get on here and make a little video. Basically, the accumulation of the questions that I normally get when I start talking to people about health and fitness is just kind of like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I cut out carbs? Can I have carbs? What kind of carbs can I have? And everything like that. And it made me realize is that you got to keep it simple. That's it. You don't need to be doing Jenny Atkins or Weight Watchers or keto or, I think that once you find a specific style of eating that is good for you, there doesn't even have to be a name for it. You just figure out what's going to be best for you. So to start off is saying, many times it's, well, where do I start? What do I do? I don't have a bajillion and $1 to eat organic and X, Y, and Z. That's okay. Neither do I. I just make the best choices with what I have. And that's all we really can do, right? So I remember in 2018, I could not really afford much, let alone literally I couldn't even afford fresh vegetables. So I was buying everything either canned or frozen because that was the only thing that I could afford. And I did with what I had, I made do. Even now we can't get organic, we can't get a whole bunch of variety. Something as simple as a recipe calling for broccolini and us subbing it for broccoli, but keep it simple. Just make one healthy choice at a time. So let's say you are deciding what you want to eat for dinner today, and you realize that you didn't go to the grocery store, and you look in your fridge and you see very limited items, but you know that, hey, I should probably keep it super or you want to keep it healthier. So, you're going to need a good protein. You're going to eat some veggies and then probably something else. A lot of people usually fill it in with a starch. If you're trying to, maybe lose more weight, you're probably going to want to maybe cut out the carb, maybe not put in a starch. But if you do, maybe like a small brown rice, or sweet potatoes, or, things of that nature. But definitely veggies. If that's the one healthy decision that you're gonna make every day, it should just be to start by increasing your vegetables. So increasing your veggies, making sure you're having a healthy protein, depending on your goals, either eliminating or substituting a healthy starch. And then of course, as you're doing, so when you look in your fridge, you gotta just make sure that whatever you do have, you're just making the best option out of it with what you have. And whenever you are going to the grocery store or your meal planning your week, I know we don't always do specific recipes, but we will definitely kind of get a general idea. So when we go to the grocery store, we know what we need to grab for those recipes. When you're looking at those recipes, try to make sure that they are healthy recipes. And if they're not, getting the right substitutions, trying not to set yourself up for failure. So we really try, we do not always succeed, but we always try to really limit any sweets that we have in the house, things that we really shouldn't be eating. For the most part, we don't purchase sweets because I know that I'm gonna wanna eat them. This weekend we got a little bit of cake and ice cream, and it's, been sitting in the apartment, and I caved, and the best thing to remember is that you just make the best choice. I made that choice, at this time. Later in the day, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get back on track. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm gonna keep going. So making sure that you're looking at healthy options, and then also just not overcomplicating things. A lot of times people think, oh, but healthy food doesn't taste good, or healthy food isn't this, and healthy food isn't that. Healthy food isn't what that is. It's not junk food, but you know what? It's energy for your body. And then when you feel good, you're gonna want more. And I'm not talking about oh my God, I'm in this amazing commercial of this wonderful life, and I officially created the answer to life. I wish. But you will notice that you just have better energy throughout the day. You might have a more positive outlook for the day, because you have better energy, and you start pouring the good into your body, and you will notice a difference. It sounds like crazy talk, but it's really that simple. One thing we love to do when we make vegetables is we throw in a little bit of butter. I like to get the grass-fed butter. Also playing around with different or dairy-free options, because I am lactose intolerant, but we throw in a little bit of butter. We love using extra virgin olive oil on everything because it is a good fat content. It is very, it's good for you, and it has value. So you can't go wrong with that. You can use extra virgin olive oil, would probably be the cheapest, healthy option. You've got coconut oil, avocado oil, and you've also have ghee, which is clarified butter. And then of course you have butter. All of them are really great options for healthy fats. And they're also just really great to cook in rather than using maybe vegetable oil or canola oil. I even like to fry stuff up in these oils because I know that these oils are good for me. And you're good, We throw in some Himalayan salts, some onion powder, some garlic, whatever, some kind of seasonings, basil or parsley or oregano, and you throw it in, we fry it up, brown it on the stove top, or throw it in the oven, or boil them and broil them. And just make them in different ways and add different seasonings without putting all these sauces and calories and all this crap on it to make it taste better. When honestly it tastes really good the way it is. You just got to take the time to learn how to cook it. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we forget, is that it is just so simple, but we're also watching all of these recipe blogs and cooking shows, and it has to be fanciful and crazy and beautiful and all of this craziness. And it's like, cooking that roast beef with mashed potatoes will probably take you just as long as making some chicken breasts and roasting up some broccoli with some salt and garlic and some butter. And it's that simple, and it tastes amazing, But yeah, just starting simple, remembering that the seasonings are simple. Making your healthy food to what you like to eat is also simple. You just got to look at the flavors that you like and then apply those flavors to whatever you're cooking. Remember, just because, hey, I want roast beef and mashed potatoes all the time too, but I know that it's not going to get me to my goals. So do I have roast beef 3 times a week? No. I might have it once a week. But I really try to limit that, and working on, hey, my goal right now is 5-6 days a week. I eat as healthy as I can. And if I were to happen to slip on 1 or 2 days, just rein it back in, and the next week just try a little bit harder. Because if you go from 100% of the time to eating bad to 0% of the time eating bad, it's going to be a struggle. You're not going to want to continue to do it. And yes, that is the way you're going to see the fastest results, but it's not the way that you're going to build habits and that build this as a lifestyle and keep going forward. And you have to take the time to pour in that personal development of positivity and affirmations, and reminding yourself that it's okay that you're not perfect, because no one is perfect. All we can do is keep progressing. So just, again, making one healthy decision at a time, increasing your veggies, making sure that you're getting those good proteins in there, and maybe just, once you can get that down, you'll start seeing a little bit of a change. And then you can start diving more into, okay, how many calories should I really be having a day? How many vegetables or fruit and proteins and fats, and what kind of protein should I be having? What kind of carbs should I be having? What kind of fruits should I be having? What is my goal? What is going to help me get there the best way and the most time effective way? Because guess what? If you go on the keto diet and you lose 21 pounds in a month, which is totally unrealistic, But let's say, okay, let's be more realistic. Let's say you lose 10 pounds with keto in a month. I don't know. I know they say all kinds of crazy results, but we'll go with 10 pounds because I feel like that's pretty extreme. You lost 10 pounds with keto in a month, and then month 2, you're down 2 pounds at 2 weeks, and you're like, you know what, this doesn't work anymore. And you go to something else, right? And then you just don't do anything, and then you gain all that weight back, and then you just feel miserable, and you feel like you just don't know what you're doing, and you don't know where to start. Just start it off slow. Increase your veggies, and have a better protein, right? And what your meals are, just try to make sure you've got your veggies, make sure you've got a good protein, and then you can decide, am I gonna have a berry, or am I going to have a carb, and what kind of carb am I gonna be having? And just slowing it down, you guys, and just remembering that it's just so simple, because all we're doing is giving our body what it requires, what it needs, and what it wants. And once we remember that it's all about that and not about the vanity that society pushes on us every single day, which is a secondary or even tertiary improvement of improving your health. I think a lot of us, me included, have, certain physical aspirations when it comes to being healthy, right? And I will say, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, but the last month and a half has really changed my outlook on why I decided to start working out and being healthy again, and providing this information onto the internet. And the last month and a half of giving myself the personal development and daily affirmations has changed me enormously, to the point where I look in the mirror and I look at my body, and I just feel nothing but love. When I am doing a workout and I can stretch more, or do another weight, or do the full range of motion, and just remembering that every single day I'm trying to progress, and I'm progressing further and further and further, and then one day I'm going to be where I want to be, and then I'm going to push myself further. So remembering to keep it simple. Oh, and drink more water. I suck at it, but drink more water, and it's going to help. But that's my little soapbox. Just remembering to keep it simple. That's all we can do, guys.